All right, guys, let's get right into it. This is some light tech sparring with my buddy Benny. Neither of us are professionals. We're just getting some work in. So he's starting on top, uh, trying to smash my guard. I look for a guillotine for a second there. Bad idea. He passes by my legs, passes my guard. I should probably turtle there, but I think about covering my face because it is, striking MMA. He goes to pass, but I get his little ankle there, and half guard is like my main area. So I really focus on getting that leg in between my legs, while my left hand is covering my face from the bottom, so he can't throw strikes in there. I got it. I got myself in the half guard here. I got my underhook on the same side as the leg, so I'm looking pretty good here. I'm trying to get kind of deep so I can maybe sweep him. Not able to, so I just get up and pull guard, and I hold on to his gloves so he can't throw any strikes. Um, Benny really focuses on controlling my gloves too, so I can't throw anything. He's trying to get past my guard at this point. I go for an intermediate move I learned to try and uh, go for his arms that were higher up. He's got me pretty stacked here, so I don't really have anything yet, but I go to cut an angle, maybe to threaten a choke, get him to react. I think about a go-go plata there, and I can't get it around, so I just go back to guard, keeping his posture low as best I can, so I can maybe threaten things a little better. Um, Controlling that far hand, so he can't punch me, and I got my hand over his other arm, so he's kind of stuck. He's got no strikes, able to throw that other leg up. Now I got a triangle threatening him right there. Trying to do some hammer fists on his face. He's really good at protecting it. Starts to stack me again to try and keep me from getting that triangle. But I just keep focused on what I'm doing, trying to make sure I'm throwing some hits in there, keeping him confused. Maybe tighten this triangle up. He goes to stack again. I cut this angle pretty well, to where if I can get a little bit more of an angle, I got the choke. He falls over, so I take into kind of mount top triangle, I guess. I could keep going for that, but I want to roll. I want to practice. So going to side control, where most of my game is up top, throwing some punches there. Um, those probably aren't very good punches, but like I said, I'm not professional by any means. Because I'm threatening it, he's got to get his gloves in the way. But I use that opportunity to get my knee under his arm. So now I've got a frame crushed on the side close to me. I got his cross face going, and I use that to pass his guard. So now I'm in full mount. I can start, raining down punches if I was a little more technical, but it's mostly about just showing him, making him react. I get his arm up. Here is a very sloppy way to go for the head and arm. I fix it right there by using my arm instead of my head. This is probably my highest percentage submission in general. I get it all nice tightened up there while I'm still in mount. Start bringing my head a little bit lower, so you can't see my right arm's around his neck, and my head is pushing into his shoulder. So it's the same thing as a triangle, but with my arms. That's why it's called an arm triangle. Get the tap there, and it's good times. At the recording of this, Benny, my partner, is a 4-stripe white belt. I'm a 1-stripe blue. We're learning. We're still learning this stuff. So at first, I think about going into a headquarters. I can't quite get it, so I try to swoop my right leg under his legs to straighten him out, climb him out. Can't. He's not letting me do that either. He's doing really good at keeping my legs down, throwing little punches there to keep me protected. I go for a smash pass. Still don't quite get it because his guard's pretty strong. He's not letting me get past his legs. Um, Hard to see what happens here, and I don't remember, as this was a couple days ago. Benny, being ever the professional, takes a moment to get back into frame. I totally forgot we were recording by this point, so shouts out to Benny for looking at this stuff. I'm still in half guard, throwing some punches. Here I feel really secure. I'm giving him some weight on his belly while I'm still in that guard, throwing punches to keep him distracted, and I'm able to free my leg and get a knee slice to pass his guard. So now I'm in side control, where I like to be, throwing some punches. He's not quite letting me do it. He shuts that arm down pretty well, but it lets me work another submission I like a lot, which I don't know the name of, but it's like a side triangle Kimura trap thing. I've rolled with Benny a number of times, so he knows what I'm going for. He doesn't let me do it, so he goes into turtle. Here I get a good grip underneath his shoulder and head, and I go for a Peruvian necktie, another submission that's new to me. I'm working on. Don't quite get it. Shoot for the Darce, another new submission that I don't have. He's just really going after that leg, gets the takedown while I'm like tapping him. Um, but here's a setup for a submission I'm confident in is crucifix. Although I don't think I finish it here. I have his arm between my legs, and I'm using my other arm to try and uh, make it so both of his arms are immobile, so he has nothing to defend himself. Throwing punches over the top, which are most likely very weak, but again, just keeping him moving. And here is where the finish would normally come. I've got both of his arms trapped, and my free hand is going around his neck, trying to finish that choke. But for some reason, I can't quite get it. He definitely lost a little bit of fight there, so I'm like, screw it, I'll go to top. Still a good position. I've got a comp coming up here, so I'm thinking points too. Get on top, throwing some punches. He gets me off balance there, which is a really good one. But I find his arm kind of isolated by his head. Oh, not quite here. He gets to the turtle again. I go for a roll that I've been working on, but he's got my upper body like locked, so I can't quite get it. I decided to just roll to my side and pull him into my guard. So I got full back control. That probably wouldn't happen in like a live roll, but we're both pretty freaking tired here, and it's just sparring. So it's good to work from bad positions too. So I've got his back. I'm going for the choke. Here I notice, well, not quite here, but he's doing really good at keeping pressure on me, keeping me from getting any submissions. So I throw my top leg over to come up into mount, and I already have his arm up in the air for the same head and arm triangle that I did the last time. It's nice and tight. Here you got a better angle. My head's in his shoulder. My other one biceps like pushing into his neck with my shoulder. I drop my weight, and that's